Hello friends, today in this video we are going to see how to host a free website. Yes, you heard it right, it is free. So let's step back and see what are all the things that is required to host a website. So there are two major things in hosting a website. The first one is a domain. So you have to go to a Google domain or you need to go to a GoDaddy domain to purchase a domain. So what is this domain used for? This domain is your website address. So if you think of your website as a house, then this is the address for your house. So without an address, no one would be able to find your website. So first thing you do is go and buy a domain name. So it ranges from $4 to even like $1,000 depending upon the popularity of the name. After you purchase the domain, the next thing is you have to find a website which would host your website. So there are many options for you. So you can go to a HostGator or you can go to a Hostinger. These are two common hosting services. They could give you like attractive offers, but still at the end of the day you are going to pay some money for the services that you are going to use on their servers. So you can use databases or you can use any of their service tools or even their email accounts so that you can have a fully fledged website. Now we are going to see how to host a free website without paying a single cent out of your pocket. So for that we are going to use GitHub pages. In this GitHub page you are going to get a free domain name, so you don't need to provide for your domain. And then we can host static web pages. So what is a static web page? Static web pages are written basically in HTML. So they are always static, as the word says. And there is a dynamic part. So when is a website called as dynamic? Means when a website goes and then interacts with a database, and then the website's content changes depending upon the data in the database. The data in the web page is dynamically generated. So in that case, it would become a dynamic web page. But GitHub lets you host static web pages because there is no database connection here. So if you want to use a database connection or if your website is more complicated, then you might not be able to use GitHub pages. So for a basic web page to showcase your portfolio, or if you want to show your resume to the employers, then GitHub would be the best option for you. So let's start a new repository here. So in the new repository, you have to type your username and then we are going to give github.io. So this is going to be your domain name. And then I'm going to give the description as demo project. I'm going to make it public and then I'm going to create this repository. So here, these are all the basic commands. Otherwise, you can see one of my videos to learn more about the Git commands. And in the top, this is going to be your repository address. So what you do is you have to copy your repository address and then you can go to IntelliJ and then you can do a checkout from version control and then use git and then you can paste the URL to clone your repository to your IntelliJ local. So I'm going to create it as a blank project. I'm going to let it the same way and yep, and then the project is created. So now if you see, there is only ID of files and then we don't have anything else present here. Okay, that's good. So now let's go back to the GitHub page and then let's go to the settings. In the web page, keep scrolling down and then you would find GitHub pages and then you can choose a theme. So there are many default themes available here. So let's choose one of them. So you have multiple options. So let's select minimal here and then select the theme. So when you do that, you're going to have a readme file created like below. So once you see this readme file, these are all the content which is auto-generated by the GitLab. So to commit it, you have to type something, and GitHub lets us know what needs to be input as well. So I'm just going to say like update the file with generated content, and then I'm going to commit it directly to my master branch. So now our index.md file is ready. So let's go back to our settings and then keep scrolling down. And then now our GitHub pages says that our site is already published at this location. So I'm going to open that. Our web page is ready. So with the generated content, now we can see a web page which is created for us with all the contents. So let's go back one step and then see what we can do by ourselves. So if you go to the IntelliJ, we can even create index.html files. So let me show you how it works. So I'm going to create a file here, and then I'm going to type it as index.html, and then I'm going to say add it to Git, and then I'm going to paste this content which I have it ready here, and then I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to do a VCS git and then commit. Or I can do a VCS commit directly or use the Control K shortcut. Then I'm going to say adding index.html and then commit it. So now we are going to push the file. So go to git and then select push, and then you're going to push it to the master branch and then select push. File is getting pushed. Yes, and the push is successful. So go back to the settings. Now we are going back to our project, and then let's look at the files present in our project. So the index.md file and the config.yaml file were the two files which were added when we use the default template. So now we don't need this config.yaml file. So we can delete this file. I'm committing the changes. And this is the index.md file which was auto-generated by GitHub, so which is not required for us. So we can go and delete this file as well. Go down and then delete index.md file. And then we are going to commit the change. So now we have only index.html file. So that is good. So now we are going to go back to our I know it now github.io page, and then we are going to refresh it. Now if you see, our HTML page is taken into effect. So now it says hello world, and then like I have embedded a YouTube video inside it, and you can
Hi friends,
play inside the screen. So that is cool. So this is a very basic website that I have designed for you guys today. We can get in deeper in about how to make some fancy websites in GitHub in our next video. So if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.